Oh, what's up, guys? What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I have finally got space to record on my PC. So, today, we are back with a scary video, part 2. Because the last time I did a scary video, I was downstairs and now I'm upstairs in my room, on my studio. And right now, we are doing a part 2. Because last time I did it like a few months ago. But yeah, we are doing a part 2 on scary videos. Oh my god, I just exited it. Open. I'm just gonna search up scary videos. Wait, I wanna see that. The boiled one, phenomenon. The hold on. The man in the suit. Let's look at that. It's a playlist. Original. This one, I think. Come on, play it. Okay, we're playing. Come on. Turn up your headphones. Is that Godzilla? Is it? That's Godzilla. Oh, now it's starting. A person in the Gojira suit was unknown at this time. But the story the actor had with Goria was odd. This was a photo of him in the suit. This is another picture. He got the acting job of being and wearing the Gorgia suit. Gordita. The actor fell in love with it. He would wear the suit most time to the point where you never saw his actual face. A Toho producer. By the way, if you guys are watching the video, you might as well subscribe because I have 134 subscribers, and if we hit 200, I will attempt to do a backflip, and I do not know how to do a backflip. I only know how to do a cartwheel, a knockoff cartwheel, and a roll, like the one where you roll on the ground. I only know how to do that. And on top of that, I'll draw 200 subs on this wall right there. I'm being so for real. I'll draw 200 rolls. Matter of fact, I'll draw it on my arm. 200 subs on my arm. And then on top of that, I'll draw it on, guess what? My PS5, 200 subs, and I'll even show you guys for proof. 200 subs. I'll even show you guys. If I hit 200 subs, I will put it on my arm with black Sharpie, and I'll also do it on my PS5. Even when he takes a break, he would just wear the suit. Sometimes he'd up, he didn't even care, acting on set. It was like he was addicted to the suit, like if he was calling his name. It's not her producer. By the way, guys, you should really get this. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. You should really get this. I don't know why I'm just making this up. But anyways, little sponsor right here. Not a sponsor, my own sponsor. I'm making it. Merch is coming out very soon. I know I have it in my bio, in my YouTube bio. I said I was making merch. I have the design. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys right now. There are gonna be limited edition. Once they're all sold out, there's gonna be no more, and then I'll make other ones that are just gonna be out for selling. But they're gonna be regular ones. These ones are like limited edition. These are black tees, and the original ones that will be white and black tees. They're gonna be like sliced. And it's gonna be gold and white and black, gold, white, black, like the modern day colors, not the modern day, like like good colors. And then the limited edition will be red and black, only red and black, red, gray, and black. Technically, let me find the picture. Oh, by the way, new music video coming out for my freestyle that had 200 views. New video coming out. Where is it? Right here. So this one's gonna say Treyarch. Hold on. Let me see if I can. This one is going to be on the side, and the top left is going to say Treyarch. Then this one is going to say TRT on the bottom, TRT, and then this is going to be my symbol to know that it's TRT. That's the real Treyarch. And then this is going to be the whole thing. Well, you can't really see. I'll just post it on my community post. I'll post it on my community post, the photos that I'm going to be doing. But it's gotten to the point where he brings the suit home even though they tell him not to. Co-director. He wouldn't really speak a lot, but he would say his name is Goji, basically the nickname that we gave the suit after on set. The last time he was seen on set, he was actually in the suit until he just stopped using the photo taken. Here's the nice music. Several minutes later, he would start to walk and stop. Yet again, his breathing was muffled, also breathing oddly. Minutes, the oddly breathing, he would tell him to tell people to check on him, make sure he's safe to take off the suit. This was the photo before the person on the right saw what inside. It's like Springtrap, kind of. He his skin formed as his skin. Yes, now the suit is his skin. grow a tail between his legs. His butt is right there, and he grew skin on his pee-pee. Look, this is where his pee-pee is, and this is where the growing skin is. I'm taking a picture of this for my thumbnail. Crap. That's it? Oh, this is another incident. But I don't want to watch another Man in a Suit because it's kind of boring. What about the scariest videos in the world? Wait, what? He wore human skin? Stupid ass! I want to hear this! Flash bitch.
24 cases, 7 levels. I've put together some of the most disturbing moments.
Train. Look.
Cases.
She just got ran over by a train. Look, 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 look.
Is 7
no, she just got ran over by a train. What? She just got ran over by a train. That's crazy.
I've put together some of the most disturbing moments ever caught on CCTV footage. We'll begin with the mildly chilling and with each level descend into the truly horrifying. Let's get into the most disturbing CCTV incidents iceberg, beginning at the tip of the iceberg.
All those people just got ran over. Oh my god. Wait.
Front of a moving putin with the most disturbed iceberg.
Oh my god, look. Hold on. So mean. Look. What bow? Oh my god. She just got 200 pumped.
Level 1.
Level 1.
Jogger pushes woman in front of the street. On the morning of May 5th, 2017, a 33-year-old woman was walking across Putney Bridge in London when something shocking happened. A jogger ran past her and suddenly pushed her into the street. She fell hard right in front of a moving bus.
Oh my god.
The number 430 bus, traveling at 12 miles per hour, swerved just in time, missing her by only inches. If it had been going any faster, she might not have survived. Strangely, about 15 minutes later, the jogger returned to the same spot. The woman tried to confront him, but he ignored her and kept running. Luckily, the bus's dash cam had recorded the incident, and that footage launched a police investigation. The jogger was described as a white man in his 30s with brown eyes and short brown hair. Police reviewed 50 possible suspects and arrested 3 men, but all were released without charge. After a year of searching with no results, the case was closed in June 2018. The man who nearly took a life has never been identified. Shopping cart launch. On February 16, 2023, 36-year-old Rogério Santos da Silva was waiting in line at a store when he suddenly stepped out of the queue. He
Bro, why are these videos so long?
Walked over to grab an empty orange cart, calmly lifted it, and began walking back toward the woman who had been standing behind him. Unaware of what was coming, the woman had wheeled her own cart forward to take his place in line. That's when Rogério raised the empty cart above his head and hurled it directly at her. The metal frame slammed into her head and she collapsed instantly. CCTV footage captured the terrifying moment as nearby shoppers rushed to help. She remained unconscious for a while before being placed in a wheelchair and taken to the hospital. Rogério was arrested on the spot and charged with minor bodily harm before being released. The 45-year-old victim suffered no serious injuries and later said she had done nothing to provoke the attack. Oriole Gray. On October 20th, 2020, around 2:20 p.m., 77-year-old Celia
Bruh. There's like 5 20s in here. Look, October 20, 2020, 2:20. Like, imagine she was 20 years old. Look, imagine she was 20 years old. This is how it goes. On October 20th, 2020, around 2:20 a.m., a 20-year-old man, like,
Ford was riding her bicycle on a shared-use pavement alongside a 30-mile-per-hour ring road.
I mean, obviously it's not fake because
in
they got
Huntingdon,
CCTV.
Cambridgeshire. At the same time, 46-year-old Oriole Gray was walking toward her on the same path. As they passed each other, Oriole shouted, "Get off the pavement," and gestured with her left arm. Startled, Celia veered off the path, straight into the road, and into the path of an oncoming car. The collision was immediate. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Oriole, who has cerebral palsy and partial blindness, left without checking on the victim and continued her journey to collect a prescription. She was later arrested and charged with unlawful manslaughter. On March 2nd, 2023, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison.
Oh.
And in 2024, her lawyer flipped the script. They successfully argued that shouting and gesturing alone couldn't be considered assault. The conviction was overturned.
It's not assault, but it's insulting them.
It was released, and no retrial was scheduled. Celia Ward's death, however, remained final. The rare...
I'm just gonna turn off the music.
In February 2021, Christina Rarix pulled into her garage, unaware that someone was waiting to ambush her. As she parked, a man emerged from the side of the house and slipped into the garage just before the door closed behind her. In the early hours of the following morning, Halton firefighters responded to a fire at the Rarick residence. Once the flames were extinguished, they discovered the bodies of 56-year-old Christina and her husband, Andrzej Rarick, inside the garage. During the investigation, authorities found the CCTV footage recorded on a neighbor's property across the street. The intruder was 30-year-old Harrison Brown, who had a business relationship with Christina. Investigators determined that once the garage door closed, Brown attacked Christina, fatally stabbing her. He then stabbed Andrzej multiple times. Brown remained on the property until at least 9 p.m. and returned at dawn to deliberately set the house on fire. On March 6, 2021, Harrison Brown was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first degree and 1 count of arson. On December 1st, 2023, he was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years.
Wow.
Hey, Abyssal fans, quick update before we proceed. From now on, our icebergs will be 8 levels instead of 7. However, YouTube would take our channel down if we posted content this disturbing here, so we'll be posting it exclusively to our Patreon. If you'd like to watch the exclusive 8th level while supporting us at the same time, check out the first link in our description. Level 3, Freezer Death. On September 8th, 2017, 19-year-old Kenika Jenkins borrowed her mother's car to attend a party with friends. She never made it home. Around 11:30 p.m., Kenika and 3 friends arrived at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Chicago. The party was on the 9th floor in room 926. The room was packed with nearly 40 people in a space meant for 2, but it didn't stop the girls from having fun. Just 15 minutes after arriving, Kenika called her older sister. That would be the last time her family ever heard from her. Over the next couple of hours, she drank cognac heavily while posting videos and going live on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. By 3:15 a.m., the girls were ready to leave, but Kenika was too drunk to walk on her own. Staggering, barely able to stand, she realized she'd forgotten her phone and car keys upstairs. So her friends left her alone by the elevator to retrieve them. By the time they returned, she was gone. Panic set in. Her friends called Kenika's mother, Teresa Martin, who rushed to the hotel by 5 a.m., but the hotel staff refused to help without a police report. So she called 911. And that report wasn't filed until 1:15 p.m., hours after Kenika had vanished. Police combed through endless hours of CCTV footage. Eventually, they spotted her alone stumbling through the hotel hallways, but they didn't see her going somewhere else or exiting the building. Eventually, on September 10th, they spotted her alone walking into an unused kitchen area on the lower level. Immediately, the hotel staff was instructed to check the kitchen, but nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to see. Kenika was found face down inside a walk-in freezer, one shoe off, frozen to death. There were no signs of trauma or violence, so the authorities ruled the death as accidental hypothermia, worsened by alcohol intoxication and prescription medication of a drug called topiramate. But her mother and the public were not convinced. She was not on prescription for that drug, and the CCTV footage didn't show her walking into the freezer. Teresa Martin filed a $50 million lawsuit accusing the hotel of negligence. In December 2023, they settled for $10 million, and the case was officially closed, although many questions are still left unanswered. Mackenzie Shirilla. At first glance, the surveillance footage looks ordinary, just a car turning smoothly into Progress Drive in a quiet business park. But what happened next was anything but normal. Inside the 2018 Toyota Camry was 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla, her boyfriend Dominic Russo, and his friend Davian Flanagan. Weeks before this, Mackenzie had gotten into an altercation with Dominic and threatened to crash the car. She was upset over a disagreement and refused to calm down, so Dominic called his mother and asked to be picked up. Their relationship was described as toxic, and during every disagreement, Mackenzie degraded her boyfriend, calling him names, threatening him, and sometimes damaging his property. So, on July 31st, 2022, after she drove on Progress Drive onto Alameda Drive, she lost it. She drove the car at 100 miles per hour, accelerating and jerking the wheel left to right, before finally crashing into a brick building. The result was fatal. Dominic Russo died at the scene. Davian Flanagan was rushed to the hospital, but later died from his injuries. Mackenzie was found unconscious behind the wheel, but she survived with minor injuries. In August 2023, Mackenzie Shirilla was convicted on 12 counts, including aggravated vehicular homicide, assault, and substance possession. She was sentenced to life in prison with eligibility for parole after 15 years. What appeared to be an accident was ruled deliberate and deadly. Courtney Lake. On the evening of June 7th, 2017, 24-year-old Courtney Lake left her home on Wellington Crescent in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. At 7:54 p.m., she was seen entering a black GMC pickup truck driven by her ex-boyfriend, Philip Smith. He had recently been released from prison after serving time for multiple crimes committed against her. That was the last time she was seen alive. At the time of her disappearance, Courtney was dealing with tensions from two former partners. Philip Smith, her most recent ex, had been violent toward her in April 2017. Her mother reported the attack, which ended the relationship. Another ex, the father of her son Oliver, was also trying to rekindle their past relationship. In May, Smith escalated his behavior by sending intimate images of Courtney to her new boyfriend without her consent. She reported him again and was granted a peace bond barring contact with Philip. But on June 5th, Smith attempted to contact her 33 times. When she didn't answer, he drove to her house. She called the police, but he left before they arrived. He was arrested later and spent 2 days in jail. After his release, he picked Courtney up, and she never came back. When interrogated, Smith later admitted to being with her that night, but denied involvement in her disappearance. With no body, no charges were filed. Months later, he was found dead near Bellevue Beach. The case remains open, and Courtney's family are left searching for answers and remains. Level 4. Tesla crash. On the morning of November 5th, 2022, Zan, the owner of a Tesla Model Y, was on his way to his cement store in Chaozhou, China. But what began as a routine drive quickly turned into a nightmare. The problem started when Zan couldn't park the car. The vehicle suddenly swerved and began accelerating uncontrollably, reaching high speeds over a stretch of 2.6 kilometers. At first, a motorcycle passed by and the Tesla swerved to avoid it, but just over a kilometer in, it struck another motorcycle heading in the same direction. The rider died at the scene, yet the impact wasn't enough to stop the car. The Tesla kept going. Moments later, it collided with a bicycle coming from the opposite direction, but the rider survived with minor injuries. Then it hit a cargo tricycle, causing the car to veer sharply to the right. From there, it slammed into a dumpster truck, struck a high school girl riding her bicycle, and crashed into a van before finally coming to a stop. 3 people, including Zan, were seriously injured. The teenage girl did not survive. After the crash, Zan insisted he hadn't been distracted or intoxicated. He claimed he repeatedly tried to hit the brakes, but the vehicle wouldn't respond. However, Tesla had a different story to tell. Tesla's forensic analysis showed that the accelerator pedal was at 100% engagement in the seconds before the crash. No braking input was detected at any point. In March 2023, a court-appointed forensic agency concluded the cause of the crash was driver error, not mechanical failure. Tesla was cleared of liability. Zan now bears full responsibility for a tragedy that claimed 2 lives. Rianne Colson's disappearance. On May 21st, 2025, CCTV captured 34-year-old Rianne Colson leaving St. Mary and Benedict Church in Coventry. Captured disappearance. On May 21st, 2025, CCTV captured 34-year-old Rianne Colson leaving St. Mary and Benedict Church in Coventry. She wore a black hoodie and ripped black jeans. She had just visited a food bank. Nothing seemed unusual except that it was the last time she was seen alive. Rianne, a mother of 1, was working as a sex worker in the area at the time. Her absence went unnoticed until June 17th, when she failed to reach out to her twin sister Kristen on their birthday. That silence was out of character, so her family reported her missing. The West Midlands Police launched a large-scale investigation, assigning over 100 officers to the case. Her family made public appeals, hoping she would be found alive. Investigators combed through hours of CCTV footage, phone records,
waiting for docs to write themselves? Here's the secret to getting words down without losing momentum.
And gathered more than 50 witness statements. But with each passing day, hopes of a safe return faded. On June 24th, police arrested 42-year-old Mohammed Durnian on suspicion. Shortly after, Adam Moore was charged with assisting an offender. 3 days later, on June 27th, a body was found in Binley Woods near Coventry. She was later identified as Rianne Colson. The investigation into her death is ongoing. For now, her family is left with heartbreak, unanswered questions, and the devastating reality that Rianne never made it home. Harshandeep Singh. On December 6, 2024, 20-year-old Harshandeep Singh was on patrol during his shift as a security guard when the unthinkable happened. Harshandeep was an international
The unthinkable happened.
student from Haryana, India, studying at Norquest College in Edmonton, Canada. He had been in the country for 18 months, and it was only his 3rd day on the job.
Oh.
While checking the stairwell of the apartment complex, he encountered 2 individuals, 30-year-old Evan Rain and
Ugh. What does that look-y look like my mom? That low-key looks like my mom. But it isn't, because my mom's name isn't Judith Shandiel, because she doesn't have a name like that. She's not from America. And he looks high as fuck. And this video that I'm watching is 46 minutes, and I'm not watching all this. So this was part 2 of the scariest videos in the world. It wasn't even scary. It was just like telling police missing like. So yeah, subscribe, hit the like button, and maybe in another year I'll make another part 3. I'm kidding. Probably like a few if you guys like this video, get it to 5 likes, and this video gets to 5 views, and this video gets if you guys subscribe, I will make a part. I'll make a part 3. So bye bye. Subscribe.